This video will show you how to take a PowerPoint and turn that PowerPoint into an annotated video. In this video instruction, the process will be broken down into three parts. In the first part, we will record the video. In the second part, we will render the video. And in the third part, we will share the video with students. Let's go ahead and get started with the first section. Creating an annotated video of a PowerPoint is a very easy process. All you need is a PowerPoint presentation and a few simple tools. In this case, I am using PowerPoint 2016 that is part of the Office 365 package. I am using the full desktop version that is installed on the Atlas here at Greencastle Community Schools. I have a presentation right here that I used to use with my 7th grade science classes, and I'm going to show you how I could turn that into an annotated video. To do that, you simply need to click on Slideshow, and while we are very familiar with clicking from the beginning or from the current slide to start a presentation, there is the Record Slideshow option right here. If you click that, you can choose to record from the current slide or record from the beginning. In this case, it's the same, so I'm just going to choose Begin from the current slide because I was already on the first slide. You can see that it will take you to this screen, and on this screen you have a number of annotation options. You have the ability to mark with a pen right here, and you can choose any of these colors. So I can mark with a pen, I can choose the highlighter, and I can highlight with any of these colors as well. And I also have the ability to erase by clicking the eraser. In the lower right hand portion of the screen, you have the ability to mute the microphone. You also have the ability to turn on the camera, and you can see that the camera is working right here, as you can see me while I'm recording. Some teachers like to have this so they can have the students actually see what they are doing. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. You have the ability to view your notes right here, so any notes that you have will be shown right there, and they will not show in the video when you are recording that, so just be aware that you can look at your notes. When you are ready to actually go ahead and record, you will hit the record button right here. It will give you a countdown, which you can see is occurring on the screen right now. And at this point, I am now recording the video with PowerPoint, and I can use my tools to annotate anything that I think is important as needed, and then when I'm ready, I can advance the slide and I can continue with the same thing here. So if I wanted to have students know those key terms, and especially these terms right here are very important ones, I could highlight those and I could make notes on here as needed so that students could use this as a video to learn information about the topic that you are teaching. So it's as simple as that when you are recording, and when you are done recording, you are going to click stop. And you can see the recording has stopped. Please be aware that you can record on one slide and then exit out and then come back and start on another slide. So you don't need to record everything all at once. You can record 2 or 3 slides, leave, come back to it, and still record. So if I exit out of this, my recordings are going to be saved. I know that by looking in the bottom right corner. I can see the notation there that I have recorded on slides 1, 2, and 3. So if I am ready to continue recording, I can simply go back to Slideshow and I can go Record Slideshow from the current slide, and I can continue right here annotating and recording my slideshow presentation. So that is how you record your presentation, your annotated presentation. In the next section, we will talk about rendering that video. Once you have finished recording your annotated video, you are ready to render your video so it's actually saved in video format. To do that, go to File, and at File, select Export. At Export, you have several options. You want the Create a Video option. Here you have additional options. You can choose what quality you would like to render the video, and I would recommend at least HD 720p or full HD at 1080p. And you have the ability to choose what you would like to do. Make sure you use recorded timings and narrations. That is the most important step. Use recorded timings and narrations. I will point out, under this option, you have the ability to preview timings and narrations. So if you're unsure of what your video will look like, you can choose the preview option and it will give you a preview of your video. But once you've selected either full HD or HD, and you have selected use recorded timings and narrations, you are ready to create the video. At that point, click Create Video. The File Explorer will open. At that point, you want to make sure you save the file in your OneDrive Greencastle Community Schools. So in this case, I am going to select the Office 365 Level 2 course, and I'm just going to leave the 7.2.1 presentation, and I'm going to select Save. At that point, the video will begin rendering, and I can follow the progress down here where the cursor is showing right now, or where the mouse is showing rather right now, and This will take several minutes, so be prepared to wait for the video to render for several minutes. You will know the video has finished rendering when the progress bar has reached the end and no longer is present at the bottom of your PowerPoint presentation. Once your video has rendered, you are ready to share that video with students. In order to complete the task of sharing with students, you will need to have two tabs open. You will want to have Canvas open in one tab, and you will also want to have Microsoft Office 365 open in another tab. You will remember that we rendered our video and saved it in OneDrive. We did that through the File Explorer view of OneDrive, but remember that OneDrive through File Explorer and OneDrive through the online portal are exactly the same thing. So we're simply accessing our file in a different way. We're going to double-click on OneDrive in the online portal. Once OneDrive has loaded, you are going to locate the folder where you saved the rendered video. In my case, it was Office 365 Level 2, and I'm going to open that location. And once that opens, I am going to locate the video. I can see it is right here, 7.2.1 presentation. It is an MP4 format that tells me that it is a video. And I am going to choose the three dots right here. And I'm going to choose the share option. Right now, notice anyone with a link can edit. I'm going to click that. I'm going to turn off allow editing. I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to copy the link. So now I'm copying the link so that anyone who has this link can view the video. So I need to take that link and I need to transfer it to Canvas so that students are able to view that video. Once I have copied the link, I need to make sure that students have a way of accessing that link. So I'm going to put the link in Canvas. I'm going to hop back over to Canvas. I'm going to locate the course in which I want to place the link. In this case, I'm going to use an example sandbox course that I have previously created. Obviously, you'd want to choose the course that you have with students. From there, I'm going to create a module, if I don't already have one, that I want to place the item in. And I am going to just call this Science Standard 7.2.1. And I'm going to add module. Once I've added the module, I'm going to click the plus button to add a resource to that module, and I am going to choose that I want to add an external URL. I am then going to paste, right click and paste, or Control V. I'm going to give the page a name. So I'm just going to call it Science Standard 7.2.1 video, and I am going to select add item. Obviously, I would need to publish this resource and the module in order for students to access this, but I can see what it will look like by clicking here, and it will load within Canvas. But often, if you have used videos in Canvas, you are aware that you have to load the video through the little pop-out right here. So if I click there, it will bring the video in from OneDrive, and it may take a minute for that to load. And once it loads, you can see the video. If you're ready to play the video, click the play button, screen right now. And at this point, I am now recording the video, and you can preview the video. Obviously, in this case, you can see that it worked correctly. Hopefully, you will find the process of creating and annotating PowerPoint videos and sharing them with students a very useful idea for you to use in your class. It can be a way to reach a lot of students while you are free then to move around the class and facilitate learning with other students and touching base with those who are watching the video. So hopefully this is something that will be useful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know.